Hello everyone, how are you going? And welcome back to Mini Motorways, where there's been a mini update as well, and that is extra for experts. And so now we get daily challenges that have a bit of extra for experts in them. Expert mode rules apply, roads and upgrades become permanent, and all the other goodies that come with that. And then of course also high density and got over it. It's just really just bring home the bacon. To be fair though, that is certainly a very nice start here, and oh my goodness, yeah, I haven't played expert in a little while, and so I guess, you know what, that is certainly nicer on the eyes. At least I can just continue to draw in, and I guess just try and get my brain back into expert mode where I don't need to have everything constantly connected in, but I also then have high density to deal with, so it's going to be a bit of a balancing game, I can only imagine. There we go everyone, just go have a whale of your time and make sure that your headlights are on. It's weird, I've just noticed that they actually do park up because they turn their headlights off when they just get a pip. I've never noticed that before, and I don't know if that's new or not, but at least I now have another one, and we can just continue this trend all day long, just connect and disconnect and connect and disconnect, especially as it's only 8 points. Oh, okay then, well yes, it is going to be this. I wonder which one I'm going to be picking. No, obviously the motorway, of which you can get 4 motorways, 4 something else's, and I'm not too sure. I guess I'll take a bridge and probably just, yeah, 4 bridges or something of the sort. Either way, I just now have to sadly connect it in like that, or I guess I use a few different options, but it's fine for now. Everyone will leave with whatever they're dealt with. In saying that though, I'm certainly not liking how close everything is spawning. Just branch out a little bit. I guess I can't fit anything else in the middle of all of those, but my goodness, can it just continue to expand from there? I mean, I guess if I look at, I don't really know. I guess you guys can both go that way. You can come down here and go like that. I think that's just going to have to be what it has to be for now. Oh, I didn't even notice it last time, but I do at least get 2 bridges per weekly choice. So that is definitely going to make a big difference on a map like this, where you can very quickly get caught out, just having to, if nothing else, double span that. But otherwise, it should be okay as long as this is all I ever get, and it doesn't just go ahead and immediately spawn another one here or there or there. And also does not go ahead and spawn any of the yellows and the purples and the whites and the dark blues that also come on this map. Then I should be able to manage, but not with a double building. That's just wrought with danger. Oh no, but I just got a little bit distracted and also just mistimed. I was going, yeah, I should be able to leave it for a little bit longer, and then I was thinking, maybe I should use the motorway, and then of course it just went ahead and locked itself in. I'm especially mad about this little intersection here because that is going to come back to plague me. But hey, I guess it is what it is. There is certainly no going back now and changing it, but okay, well at least I do get another upgrade, and so maybe I do just make sure that I use anything that I get as a timer, because man, that is just it's really changed the game now. Under 100 points and everything is locked in. It honestly just comes down to the fact that I do not whatsoever have my head in the game when it comes to expert mode. It's just such a different thing where you're looking at it, you're staring at it, just kind of figuring out what you might want to do, and then all of a sudden, like I said, you get a little bit distracted and then it's just locked in. It really does feel as though I'm just absolutely cranking through these weeks, and I guess looking at it, I don't believe I need anything but a bridge. I'm about to get into quite dangerous territory over on the right here, especially just up with dark blue and I guess yellow as well. And so even though I do already have 4 bridges and 2 motorways, let's just make it 6 bridges. Oh, really? Right on that line. And then of course I have the people down here, and I want to make sure that white don't just completely get stuffed around. But why there? But more importantly, why there? Right on the line. I can't even take you off anymore because of course, like we know, they are permanent roads. So I guess if nothing else, I just have to put a motorway in. I mean, at least I get the timer, and now I have to deal with the yellow, but at least I will not lose motorway 1. But honestly, I think I'm going to have to give it up. I don't know how else I'm going to do that. It's right on the line. And of course you had to go and do me dirty with the dark blue on there as well. That is now what yellow, white, pink, dark blue and purple all connected on one line. And so do I just give up now, because this is certainly not going to be any record setting high score, but it's just the fact that everything is touching. Why does it have to be so touching? I get it that it's high density as buildings can appear directly adjacent to destinations, but that doesn't guarantee it. But it honestly feels like it is. There is virtually 2 buildings with 1 tile gaps between them, and everything else is just touching. Oh no, and now I have to play this game with the dark blues over here. I mean, honestly, would I be better? I think I would be better. Instead of bridging those guys over here, I might just bridge the purples over there, because then at least it only takes 1 bridge and 1 motorway still, but it's a much faster trip for both colors. And I also know the dark blue love to come and just block this entire thing, so if I don't get in now, I won't be able to get in. Do I let it go? Oh, it is a mere slither away, and I just had the yellow join in there as well, which is really quite rude considering, I mean, I guess they're already joined in, to be fair, because I just completely lost that one to the ether as well. Everything is now joined in, bar motorway 1. Really, like I said, my head is just not in the game. There's too many things to just keep track of when every building is touching, and you just have to deal with this map. This map is pretty brutal, I must admit, but yellow right there. Honestly, I don't think there's going to be anything better than what I've already got. Besides, I guess I could give them the option and see if they take it, and that is just to be taking them up and over somewhat like that, but I really do think that they're just going to be taking the shortest route possible, and that is sadly straight through that car park, straight past this car park, and all the way up there into that white zone. And of course, like I said, once again, it just had to be touching. But of course, the main reason that I paused it then and there was, do I want to be losing motorway 1 just yet? I mean, usually my rule was just do not connect any motorways in, or any roads in for that matter. Roads were under 100 and motorways under 1,000, and both of those rules got completely blown out of the water. But expert mode just knows how to come and just change it up on you at a mere moment's notice. And so, you know what, like I said, I don't think there's going to be any better option than that. I just wish that I had a roundabout at this end, and I'll see at the very end if I can afford to grab one or not. Either way, just take it, please, so I don't have to think anymore, because clearly I cannot. Hang on a second, is it finished expanding, or it's not? But it virtually is. Like, this is virtually the entire map, and it's all just, no, I want to be looking at it, it's all just virtually located in the center. Every single building is just jam-packed into 20 square tiles. I don't get it. What is with that just high density? I mean, I guess it is literally in name, but does it have to be? Either way, like I was saying, do I want to be taking more bridges, or do I want to branch out and get a roundabout? I've still got 4, and I've still got 3 weekly choices remaining, so I'm just going to continue to take the bridges for now. Oh goody, a white in the middle of nowhere, hey? I should have known that white were going to do something like that. So I guess I can just wait and see who spawns where, because if I really need to, I can afford to be taking the whites just straight out of their other double building and straight over the river, or maybe I can afford to go over the top is what I'm wondering. I mean, of course, I also now have to deal with that light blue. To be fair, there is a light blue just there, and so if I can get just a couple more friends over there and not down the bottom left, that would be lovely and make it very easy, and I wouldn't even think that it can block off the whites, but it's just going all out. It's got 3 buildings that I haven't even connected in now that purple's arrived. Well, look, I'm obviously going to be taking the motorway now, but I guess next time I do believe that I might be able to take a roundabout just to be able to help if I need to be able to mix people around. I mean, they're doing a good job of that by themselves, but if I do need it, will I need 7 or I guess, what is it, 12 bridges, something like that ridiculous? I don't think so. So I'll take the motorway, make sure that I don't lose motorway 2, because it could be very deadly, but everyone else, I believe, can get locked in. The only thing that I will have to answer now, however, is how do I want to be managing dark blue, because I have done the old sneaky kind of up and around just to conserve 1 bridge to these guys, and that's a sad thing that they are already connected in and they've got this big road here, but maybe I can just share them around. I can't believe I'm only at 500 points and I've just been completely tossed around to this degree. 517, 20, 25 points, whatever you want to be calling it. I mean, yes, I still do have a couple more motorways and things that I can just jam in somewhere, but really, I'm about to be getting in mere seconds here my last motorway, or no, it won't be a motorway. It will be either bridges, which I'm already down to 3, so I don't actually think I can be affording to take my roundabout. I think I have to, for my last weekly choice, take those bridges and take it back up to 5, because there's just so much water still. I mean, I guess there's not mounds. 3 bridges, hey, or a roundabout. Maybe I do just take the roundabout. Is there anything else that would make sense? Traffic lights, no. Bridges, no. It's just such a balancing game. It's especially because you get 2 bridges. You know what? I cannot refuse it. 2 bridges take me back up to 5, and that will just have to be that because I cannot resist it. You know what? In before someone just comes along and ruins my party, I just need to be adding clearly a couple more purples into this party. So that's a very easy fix. I don't want the golden arches over there, but just 5 more, I guess, is very doable as well. So 5 more into there. Hopefully they all leave and make it much easier. I can then even just turn people around, and I guess eventually just make motorway 1 completely non-needed. Okay then, I guess I've got a couple of pinks over here that I can be sparing. That is pretty easy in the grand scheme of things. You really had to go and just tuck that one in, didn't you? You couldn't just make it a little bit more easy, even just put it up here, something like that. No, you had to go and put the purple right in there. Wow. I think the closest, easiest way for me to get over there and not use the motorway, because I'm going to want them for later, is just to spear it straight on down and take it from the other one. Oh, and speaking of squeaking it in, my goodness, it just cannot help itself, can it? It really has to use every single hole. It can't just massively fill this one or come over here and just make it so the motorways are useful in that regard. No, right there. There's no way for me to even get in there besides what I've already got in terms of motorway 1, straight into there and then down and around. I think is going to be the best option because it's already crossing that traffic, and so there's nothing else I can do about that. I cannot delete that road, and so just go for your life. But I think, especially considering that is a pancake, I think that is going to need a motorway over there, which is sad because I've already put a bridge in there as well. But maybe I can just make it so these whites are crossing this way as well, instead of just going through this utter carnage. Look at it. Oh good, and I've also just noticed that I've made it easier for yellow to get over here. I mean, I guess if it takes pressure off, I guess it's good for business, but oh man, you as well. There's just so many buildings right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know, you could just keep expanding it out, but in that little frame there, how many do you want to fit? What an absolute mess I'm looking at. I mean, I guess I need more road tiles, but look, I just keep putting them down in the ugliest possible spots. Everything is just mixed in. There's just tabs everywhere that I want to get rid of, but can't. Oh man, unzoned expert, or it's not even unzoned, but it basically feels like it is. It's just brutal. It's just, I don't like a single moment of it because you can't design a city that actually is efficient. It's just too true to life or something like that. And oh, why in every tiny hole? To be fair though, from where and how I was going about the start, I'm definitely just kind of impressed that I've made it this far, almost coming towards 2,000 points with still 2 motorways up the sleeve. And so I doubt that I'd be able to get to 4,000 points, but maybe a 3,000 point run, it will be doable at this rate. I mean, it can all very quickly change, especially when you have just disgusting buildings like this, just all packed in on one another. If they all start requesting at the same time, which generally does happen as you just ramp it up, I don't think that the road system can take it. And man, do I look ridiculous now in terms of not taking that roundabout. All that I get is road tiles, but I just wish that I could have a roundabout there instead of one of my 5 bridges that I guess at this rate, because it just fills every little hole right where my mouse was, it will just never come over to here and just make it so I need a bridge or don't need a bridge or whatever it is. No, it just has to go and make it impossible over there. So a purple, I mean, to be honest, it's already pretty close, but I'm thinking that maybe do I skip the line? There's not even that much traffic on any of this. I have so many purples, it's so doable. So I guess I can join it in, and if it dies, then I can just join it in a motorway instead and just continue the mess. Who? Dark blue? Both dark blues? Hang on. Oh, actually, I see the problem. Oh man, that's a lot of dark blues going through. Where are they going through from? They've come from where? Are they just trying to go home? Have they just come from there? Do I need to offer this road instead so they don't have to go through the car park? Or I guess I've got a couple more to spare. Besides that, everyone is just dying. I'm in 2,500 points, so if I can make it to 3,000, I'll be very, very happy. Come on, I just need a few of you guys to be pulling in and not going through the car park, because that car park is an absolute death trap at the moment, and now with the pink upgrading as well. But oh, don't do me dirty like that right this second, because look at these 2 dark blues. They are about to die. I've got I think only one card that's in range of keeping that alive, and so it should be mere seconds. You know what, I'll even just play it slowly, zoom in and accept my death. If this guy pulls in, I'll see how much time it takes off, and can these guys slowly make it? I just don't know who's who. Oh, this guy will not make it in time. He just turned off his lights, but the next guy definitely won't. Look at that, it was that difficult, that easy just to die. Sadly, I did not make it to 3,000 commuters, but oh man, of course it was 98 days. Honestly, in saying that, then I'm not disappointed whatsoever. That, considering that I started off connecting everything together and really just being not in the zone for what I needed to, it's just been too long. I'm no longer an expert, and even though this entire update was extras for experts, it definitely does take some practice just to be in the zone to be able to just tackle something like this. And hey, I even had extra motorways. I had 2 extra motorways, 5 bridges that I didn't even use, but I guess funnily enough, it was actually the ones that had the motorways already that ended up killing me. Everyone else, all things considered especially, were doing marvelously.